We've seen that we can make itemizations of simple primitive types and itemizations of conditional types, like intervals and enumerations. In fact, you can make an itemization of any type, including structs. Let's take an example. Here, I'm going to create two structs and an itemization to represent playable things that we could store in a database. So we say a playable is either a movie or a game. And then we need to define some structures for it. So first we'll define a struct for a movie, and we'll say that a movie has a title, a length, and a genre. Then we have to give a data definition for it. A movie is a make movie, string, number, string, and give an interpretation of this. We'll say that the title is a string, and that's the name of the movie. And we'll say that the length is a number. That's the length of the movie in minutes. Finally, we've got the genre, which is another string, and that's the category of the movie, like fantasy, action, so on and so on. We have our struct. We have our defined struct. We have our explanation. Let's provide some examples. We'll make the Avengers is a make movie, and its title is Avengers, so this will be the most recent one, Infinity War. And it's 149 minutes long, and it's an action movie. Then we'll define another movie, The Notebook. Very similar to movies. And we'll define The Notebook as being a make movie with the title The Notebook, 120 minutes long, and it's a romance. Great, now we'll do games. So we need to do another defined struct. A game has a title, and it has a type, and it has whether or not it's a mobile. Great. Then we need another data definition. A game is a make game, and that's a string, and a boolean. The interpretation of all the fields needs to be given. So we'll say that the title is a string, much like it was for movies, the name of the game. Then the type is also a string, and this is the category of the game, kind of like the genre, but a different field. These are two different structs. And then we'll need a boolean field for is mobile, asking whether or not it's a mobile game. Whenever you write a function that consumes a playable, you're going to need to write a conditional with two clauses that asks if it's a movie or a game. So let's write a template for functions that consume playable objects. So a playable function consumes a playable. This isn't a specific function, just the template for it. And in order to find out if we've got a movie or a game, we only know that it's a playable, we need to use the predicates. So we've got a playable, we'll do something. Otherwise, if it's a game, we'll do something else. We're not going to do anything further with this, just wanted to offer an example of how we can make an itemization of structs.